Hello everybody, welcome back to Scrappy Adam and welcome to day 11 of 30 days of sketches with Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. We are on to the second third of this awesome series, and today's sketch is from Tara Van Morsel. Hope I've said that right. And it is this sketch down here. I love it because it's stars and layers and strips and two photos and lots of pattern paper, and I love it. And it's also an exciting day because we have a new trimmer. We have a new trimmer and it is brand spanking new. So this is the trimmer. It's not a trimmer. Why have I just said I've got a new trimmer? It's not a trimmer. I've got a new tape gun. Now I could just start this video again, but I've opened the packaging so it won't have the same effect, so we can't. So I'm just going to leave that in. So I have a new tape gun, and this is the one that I used. I have had a couple of people ask which one I use, so I do have three of them now. So this is, let me see. This is the one I started with when I first started scrapbooking. I saw it on offer in Hobbycraft. I think it was a £5 for the whole thing. And it was really good. It seemed great. This was after a few weeks and months of using the disposable ones, which gave you like 10 meters. But I was going through one of them like every 3 or 4 days, and they were £2 each. It was extortionate. So I got one of these because this comes with 45 meters of adhesive, so it lasts for quite a while, even if you have a habit of using quite a lot like me. So I started with that. Then I bought another one. I've dropped both of them. One of them's bashed. One of them, they're both a bit bashed, to be honest. And as I say, one of them, this one is the bashed one, but still works fine, even though it's all broken. This one, for some reason, whenever I put a refill in, the refill just messes up. So it's clearly something wrong with it. So I'm going to get rid of this one and put it in the bin. This is going to be my backup. And then this is my brand spanking new one, which will never be dropped, broken or damaged ever. And it's not a paper trimmer, it's a tape gun. So I use the Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L Easy Runner Grand. They do a small handheld one as well with refills. However, let me just show you something. I do not use the refills for this. So the refill in this that it comes with, just open that. Oh. Okay. That's not good. That's already broke. Well, that's burst my bubble. That's not supposed to come off that. That is supposed to lift like that. But that's already snapped off there and it's not here. So I haven't done it. It was already like that. So that's going back to Amazon because that shouldn't be like that. Well, that's completely burst this bubble on this video and we've wasted 3 minutes of our life. Anyway, this is the refill that you can buy for it. Scrapbook Adhesives Easy Runner Grand White Permanent Refill. They are usually about £10. The RRP of them is about 14, I think. But if you go on Amazon, they're always under £10. I say always, 9 times out of 10. They're always under £10. I'm really gutted that that's broke already. That has proper burst my bubble. However, on Amazon as well, they do this one, which is the Home Hobby. However, if you notice on the logo, here, it's Home Hobby by 3L. So it's actually made by the same company, except this is called the Home Hobby Tape Gun. It fits this, it is made for this, it's exactly the same. They do a Home Hobby version of the gun, which is a grey one. I've never used that one, so I can't comment on that. But there's nothing different. It's 45 meters, it's white, it's permanent, it strips, it's made by 3L, and it's £2 to £3 cheaper. And I find that this one is absolutely no different. So for every 3 I buy, I basically get one free compared to buying that. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now because that was a complete waste of time because that's broke and has to be returned to Amazon. So back to what we were doing. The sketch is this one, and as I say, it is by Tara Van Morsel. On Instagram she is Tara Scraps, and on YouTube she is Tara Scraps as well. So do give her a check. I will tag her in the description of this video. I am using 2 photos as per the sketch, and it is 2 more Disney artworks. We've got the Disney artwork transportation. These are both like vintagey prints. I think these were either prints you could buy that I just took a sneaky photo of, or they were t-shirts. I can't remember. But we've got the excuse me, the buses, the whatever they're called, trains, boat, and monorail. And then we've got an old-fashioned sort of Disney poster, the Vacation Kingdom of the World, come to Florida, blah, blah, blah. And it's got the monorail and all that. So they're the photos I'm scrapbooking. I've got a load of embellishments from Echo Park, Doodlebug, and Simple Stories. Got the train and the balloon and the cassettes. That's chipboard. Everything else is cardstock sticker. And you will notice that I've got the sticker for each of the transportation. And then we've got a Doodle Pop with the Ferris wheel. And I've also got a monorail pass, an aeroplane, and a train Park Express ephemera piece. Then everything else is paper. That's all I've put in this kit. So we have got Colour Play, aka Photo Play, A Day at the Park. This is multi-dot and yellow dot. No, multi-dot and yellow. Now this first collection that Photo Play came out with for Disney, I don't know if you can see, can you see? It's shiny, so it's got that sheeny, shiny surface. I don't mind it. I know some people hate it. I have got Remember the Magic, Echo Park, Tickets Please, but I'm going to use this side. And then we've just got some scraps, so we've got this Doodlebug and this Doodlebug, my favourite ever paper. Stretch. One of my favourite ever papers. And then a couple more fireworky dots and colourful Disney-esque papers. So with the sketch we have got a background paper, then we've got a large chunk here, and then we have a load of strips sort of creating a shelf for our photos to sit on, and then we have a little fill corner up here. So I am going to use this as the background. I'm going to cut I'm thinking 8 or 9 inch piece out of this, and I'm also going to cut that down to 11.5 to give us the little border there, and then these are going to become strips. So let me just go off and cut the branding strips off and cut these to size, and then I will come back and we can build the layout, because there's no point in me cutting them with you guys and creating an even longer video after my unnecessary ramble. So give me a moment. So just experimenting with the sizing. This is obviously 12 by 12. I love this paper. I really love this paper. I've cut this to 12 by 9, and I'm thinking I am going to have a little border, but I'm thinking 9 inches is about right. Or should I take a little bit more off and have 8 inch? What do we think? 8 inch, you think? Okay, I'll do 8 inches. That's it done. It is 8 by 12. Correction, it is 8 by 11.5. Okay, so as I corrected, I've been starting recording, hence why it might seem a bit disjointed. I do apologise. I was trying to be clever. I shall refrain from doing so in the future. So that is whatever I said, 8 by 11.5. I'm going to use some of this to mat these layouts. I don't know what. Bear with. Stop talking, she wouldn't have been able to hear me. I don't know what I'm talking about, clearly. They're not layouts, they're photos. How to lose subscribers 101. Watch Adam. Right. So I'm going to use these strips to mat these photos. So what we're going to do is we are going to put a strip of adhesive and give ourselves whatever mat we want. We want a chunky-ish. So probably there. And then I am going to cut that like so. That's not straight. And then we're just going to continue on. So rather than use, none of the paper here basically was big enough. So rather than go into my stash, and pull out paper just for the sake of it. I thought, let's be resourceful and use what we've got. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so I am matting both of these. I'm using white, and the reason why is I want the photos to pop. And I realised we've got a black background with beige and yellow and craft and red. I've then put a craft paper on top with more red and craft and yellow. There are pops of white, and then I'm using these sort of beigey, oldie photos. So I want them to pop. So I thought the best way to do that would be to use a white border. So here we are. Now why is that? Is that not straight? Oh no. That's clearly not straight. What am I doing? So we're going to use the Echo Park paper to give ourselves the white border. So this is a great way to use up scraps and mat your layouts using scraps. I've done this before. It's nothing new, I know. But you know, for me to do it, because normally I would just throw all these pieces of paper away, but I'm using them, so I hope people, you know, see that I am using scraps for a change. I'm making a bit of an effort. You should be proud. I'm only joking. Right, and you can see the difference in that, so when I then pop that on there, it's going to pop. So I'll do the other one and then cut some strips and we'll be right back. Okay, so I have cut all our strips. So we've got all the strips, photos are matted, background's done. I've pulled in a few extra bits. So we've got 3 punches, star punches, because we have stars on the sketches and I like it, so we're going to do it. I've also pulled in a stack of Disney-esque papers. So we've got some simple stories, quite a lot of simple stories, more simple stories, and some Echo Park, which is the Mega Pad. That's what I'm going to punch my stars out of. I've got a tray of Flair, and I've also got my tub of labels and tabs. Thought we might be able to make use of some of them. Okay, so let me just see. So what we're firstly going to do is build our little shelf here for our photos to sit on. I am going to place my photos like so. I think we'll probably have them, I don't know now. Maybe we'll have them like this actually. Shall we? Like this. So I'm just going to place them there just so I can see the width of them. And then we're going to use these strips. So we've got all sorts of different ones. I've cut them very randomly. And I think first and foremost we're going to start with this one. I haven't obviously cut them lengthwise. So let me just get my Tim Holtz trimmer. I have 2 of these. This is the mini one. So this one I am just going to trim off, I don't know actually, what do we think? Let's make sure the hearts are the right way. Well, we've already got a trim mark, so let's trim it there, shall we? So that's going to go there. So this is going to be our first part of the shelf, if you will. And that is going to come here. Now these are all going to go on wonky as per the sketch. I do want to use that red as well, but I don't want to use it there. We've also got the clouds, which I'm liking. So let's get that on. Gonna pop that there. I do like this as well, but I think that might be a bit too thick. What do we think? We could tear that. I like that. Let's do that. So I've just torn that one, so that's just going to go here. Now you can't see much of the blue, which is fine. That is a-okay. And now we have got this blue, which is some balloons, so that's going to come here. And then we've got our red, which I'm going to place atop of there, I think. Yeah. That is just the B side of the Doodlebug paper. So that is going to go about there. So you're not going to see much of this frame, which is just what I wanted. I think that's probably enough, if I'm being honest. I'm thinking, what about a bit of this as well? So let me cut that there. And it's a bit thick, so it's quite wide, but I'm going to place that here, and then we'll cover a lot of it with the photo. That's going to be like our top shelf, if you will. I need to keep this out on my desk, it's really handy to use. That has been upgraded to the desk, and now I'm going to just put some adhesive on here. As you can see, back of the photos look a mess because of the way we mounted the photos. Nobody's going to see it, so it doesn't matter, and I need to take a breath. Okay, I don't know what's up with me today, honestly. I am so sorry. You're either going to love it or hate it, and I'm sure the majority are going to hate it, but there we go. This is me. So there is our photos and our shelf, which has expanded quite a bit. Are you surprised? Of course you're not. In terms of stars and embellishments, now that I've got all this on, I don't actually think I need stars. Now if I start going through here and pulling in, I've got some Simple Stories paper in here, I'm pulling in extra paper, am I going to make it a bit too busy? Answers on a postcard, please. Should we try it with one? So there's our first star, potentially our only star. These star punches were from Create and Craft, set of 3, amazing. Excuse me. See, I don't think we need it. I'm not going to get rid of that. That can go in my new storage. It can go on my tray, actually, that I've not used since I bought it. So yeah, we're not going to do that. What I am going to do is use the embellishments to create a cluster down here. We're going to add a little bit of something in our fill corner here. I'm going to refocus the camera, and then we'll probably call it done. So I want to make sure I get all of the travel bits first and foremost. So we have got the monorail, that's that. The car, the map, the Ferris wheel, the boat, the train, the plane, the ticket, the cable car, the hot air balloon, and the train. So we've got quite a lot, haven't we, actually? We've also got my favourite florals. I love these florals. They are from a Disney-esque collection. So what I thought is creating a little thing. Now what I actually thought was about tucking them in like this, but then I realised the paper's going the wrong way, so we can't do that. So what I'm going to do is, somewhat randomly, we're going to stick some of the transportation pieces on here. Now I really would like to use this Ferris wheel, so that is going to go there. We've got a light pole, we've got a boat. I love the boat, so that can come. It has got a smiley face on it. I'm going to be brave and use the smiley face. And we've also got a park map, which I do like. Oh, we can tuck it in there. So I'm going to tuck that in. No, I can't, because we're going to cover the photo, which you guys know I don't mind doing, but it's got one of the icons on it, so suppose I shouldn't. Okay. I'm going to pop the car. I'm struggling with this. I'm going to take the boat out. I'm going to put the car here. And then we're going to put the boat up a little bit onto here. And then we'll have the cable car hanging down there. And the... what is it? Train. See, I'm using 3 smiley faces on this layout, guys. That may look a bit random. It is a bit random, I grant you. But I quite like it, so I am going to keep it. Then we've got this aeroplane, which I am going to place up here. Again, just because it's the whole transportation theme. I'm not going to use this train. I feel like it's a little bit big. So that can go on there. And same for the monorail ticket, I think. I'm just not sure we need it. It would have been kind of cool to have it tucked in here though, wouldn't it? What about if I do that and then we can hide that smiley face, because we don't need a smiley face on our ticket. Yeah, I'm gonna... no. I am gonna put that there. But I'm gonna hide the word monorail a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna pop that there. Ooh, painful hand. Then we've got a camera. I feel like you can use a camera on anything, but maybe not this layout. Don't know why I brought a cassette in. Random. And we have got an arrow and a street light. So let's bring this street light in here along with the ticket. And what about an arrow up here? I just love little details like that, like the whole arrow thing. And I never used to. Never used to. Okay, for our title, we're going quite lame. Quite lame. We're going Feel the Magic. And it's a small title. It's just going to sit here, I think. Like so. And then we've got this Dream Big speech bubble, which I may use up there with the label. Finally, I think I would like to use these florals because I do love them. I just don't know whether we're gonna... I just don't think they're gonna make the cut. Which is a shame, but I'd rather not use them for using them's sake. Because I do like them. So those stickers are going back in our stash. There we go. Now I will just pull out the label box. Stick that sticker there for a minute. And let's see. We've got a red one, red works. So it's got a red camera icon. So I'm going to layer that sticker onto there and then build up a little cluster here. So to do so, I am going to use a couple of labels. We've got this yellow one with a gold outline. And it has the perforated detail to it. I've got loads more labels, I've just not yet sorted through them. Why is it you can never find the label that you want? Okay, we've got a red one. I think this is Paige Evans. And it's like that kind of style. So let's pop that on there. And then this cluster is going to sit atop here. And I'm going to place them at a bit of a wonk, but so the speech bubble is straight. I feel like that's the main part of that. Okay. So that is the layout pretty much done. But I am going to finish us off with a little flare, and I think a sort of mustardy, golden, yellowy colour heart, I'm thinking. And I will just pop that on a little foam dot and then pop it on. They are our new metal. No plastic. No plastic, no rusty. Okay, so that can go there. And that is going to be it done, I think. What do we think to that? It's, I don't know, something about it that I'm not sure about. I think the way I've placed the icons is a little bit random, which I don't necessarily mind. Yeah, not sure. It's very pattern on pattern heavy. There's something about it. However, I love this artwork. I'm glad I have got it on a layout, and it's going to go in my Disney album. And we have done day 11 of 30 Days of Sketches. Thank you so much for watching. If you've stuck to the end, thank you. Sorry about my rambling throughout this video. Normal service shall be resumed tomorrow, where we are on to day 12, and we have an Under the Sea theme going on. So come back tomorrow to see that come together. Have a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.